So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Redstone Quarry podcast, episode 54 today. The second episode of our new year, and yeah.
It's still the same year.
What do you mean still? Well, not really. We started in 2014. Now it's 2015.
Ah,
Then
No,
no, into the second episode in this year.
But you know what I mean? Like it's like after 54 minus 52, math 2, bam.
but a year
Yeah,
is not
if-
52. It's
If
a
you
bit
take
more.
54 minus 53, it's 1. Yay. Good job. I do math as well.
Yes.
1 plus 1
Enemy.
is 3.
Enemy is smart. So yeah, let's just introduce everyone because yeah, that's totally not at the wrong moment.
Hey guys, I'm Enemy.
Hi, I'm Nils.
And I'm Wout, and I know who those voices were if you are joining us for the first time. So where do we start? I guess follow up.
Sure.
TRQ 53, those who challenge the seeds. Also, Niels, we were going to keep the votes open until New Year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Next
Okay.
week we will decide. At second Christmas
Okay.
Day, that's the last day you can vote.
Oh, so no, wait. So we're keeping it out for another week.
Oh no, New Year. Yes, New Year.
Okay, so basically like New Year CET, I guess, like European time.
Yes.
Okay, so
And
I think it's pretty
that's
clear when that is, like midnight at the end of the
UTC plus
31st. UTC
I would
plus 1,
put
indeed.
the fancy thing in it. Time standard.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
12-31 D 23.59 plus
So,
1.
reminder about the vote.
I think that's the way how to do it in that one time standard.
Niels, no one can read this.
Let's just look it up. It's some kind of standard.
Also, this is one moment in the year where you don't have to do 2359 because everyone knows when that. If you say New Year, then everyone knows what night it is. That's the one
Yes,
night which
but
isn't
still.
ambiguous. So yeah, we're gonna use that opportunity right now. We're not gonna do the ugly 2359. We're going to do it actually on midnight because there's surely gonna be many people on that single minute entering. And
Yeah, but then you
yeah.
have to do the next day. Next day 00 and say
No, but like, see, but like, it makes sense to people. If we say New Year, like, no people know what moment that is.
yes,
It's
but
not hard
this
to
is like
explain.
fancy
No,
stuff.
no,
I had
yes,
to
a
look it
day.
up once.
Enemy, you get what I mean. The beginning of January 1st, the end of December 31st, that moment in Central European time.
UTC
Not hard.
plus 1. Maybe someone doesn't know.
Yeah, enemy, Niels, we'll just do UTC plus 1, okay? Happy.
Oh, it's the ISO 8601.
What is that?
That's some
It's
kind of
probably some
standard.
standards.
Oh, whoops! I messed up the standards. It has to be a colon instead of a dot. Yeah, it's very important. Otherwise, people don't know. We
Okay,
also
so
have
the amount
to
of
put
our
in
votes, the
seconds.
deadline is on
That's the
New
deadline.
Year. Exactly.
I think I will forget to close the forum then. Or can I automate something like that?
So the midnight in between December 31st. When
It's a great start, by the way.
Yes, I know, it's very interesting and such, talking about dates. And January 1st, 2015, in Central European
Just put in this line that I just
line.
posted.
No, not your line, because you're no.
Make sure to
Okay.
put the colon O in yourself again, because TeamSpeak thinks, oh, that's a smiley.
Okay, so basically you can still vote for the TRQ awards. People, go ahead and do so. That's what we were trying to say, but we just failed to. TRQ awards can be found in the description.
By the way, make sure to use the exact formatting.
Yes. So.
Otherwise, I might print it out and then just put it in the shredder.
Naughty bin, yeah, these are like references no one knows except for Niels and me. And I don't even find them funny, so. Okay, apparently we have. Let's just start this episode. We've been wasting way too much time.
No, it's only like 5 minutes. 6 minutes now.
Mr. Mystery says, haha, the exasperated sigh at 2010 is fantastic.
You're welcome.
I suppose that's
Well-
enemy because no one else sighs like him.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
typical anime side. I don't really see what's so special about that, but okay. Like now you know what we have to deal with every day. Then
Not
Charcoal
if you like
says,
those size.
oh well. Charcoal says, command blocks are not evil. Command blocks are the best. Anyway, I think last episode you found your best friend. Now you found your best enemy. Good job.
I
Hey.
agree.
No, like of course command blocks are good, but not if you're playing survival.
And we know you hate charcoal. That's how it works.
No. I don't hate anyone. I like or dislike everyone equally. Yeah. No.
I dislike everyone equally.
No favorites. But there was another comment from Charcoal where he says he got 2 likes for being a guest, so it has to happen because of that. What do you guys think?
Then again, he also had a lot of likes now, didn't he? Who suggested it? Oh.
Charcoal suggested himself, and then he got 2 likes for that, and
now you got 2
because of-
likes again. And
and
if
2
you want,
likes
I can
again.
go to the
Hey, like your own
Bucky Porter and
comment.
make up a bunch of stuff that should be in the game and claim it's a bug and hope to get at least 2 upvotes. Well, that shouldn't be hard with this interpretation. So
You know you can make 2 accounts if you have 2 email addresses. You can also make 3 email addresses. Unlimited upvotes. But yeah, you shouldn't go over 10 because then they won't fix it.
Well, I thought maybe they just don't know what's good for the game or not, and maybe we should just tell them what they should put in the game and make a list, because now it's Christmas. It's time to give something back. Maybe give them a list of changes that we find very good. Maybe we can all together make a little list of stuff we like in the game. For example, I like some bugs fixed. Where fixing the bug wouldn't change the game, but it would make the game better. I think lately they fix a lot of bugs.
I think they also do that sometimes.
Lately they have fixed a lot of bugs where they change something, but they don't make it better. For example, where they removed all the quote-unquote technical blocks, like the melon stem item or something like that, where normal players wouldn't need or care, but people who actually care can't have it anymore, and it like just takes away possibilities. In this snapshot, for example, they took something away that was not that widely used, but widely known and very useful if you needed it. And it was when ice melts and you don't update it.
Oh yeah,
it's a still floating block of water. Well, if it's floating, but it's still a block of water. And they changed that, so now it's always flowing, which for one makes no sense to me. Why would they do that? It was working fine. Why is that a problem?
Something which you should take into account is that with all these things, they're often side effects rather than actual intended fixes.
Well, this is what side effect is that?
Well, I don't know. Like they programmed something somewhere, and then maybe they changed block updates and the whole way they work. I don't know. They probably didn't. But like you can't just assume that it's they.
Well, actually, when ice melts, it becomes block 9, which is the still water, not updating water. And when you update it, it becomes block 8, and now it just directly becomes block 8 for some reason. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm mistaken, but that's how I got it. Yeah. Also, another thing that I would really like to be changed is the tile tick limit. Maybe make it like 10,000 or 100,000 or 50,000, or make a game rule out of it or something like that, or something in the server properties. I don't think I think 1,000 is way too few. For example, copper tubing shouldn't be a thing. Stuff like that. What do you guys would change where it doesn't change a lot? It doesn't change the gameplay that much, but it makes the game better.
Enderman, no block removal. I don't know.
No, that's an actual feature. It's like not a bug.
No, I find it annoying.
Yeah, it's a feature. You can make them.
It's a feature. You can get your entire spawn ruined if you AFK there for just 100 hours.
Well, then you didn't set up your spawn properly.
Yeah, because your spawn obviously needs to be.
You light it up and
you know you have to put light there, and then have
you can also
snow everywhere.
And if you have no block they can pick up on the edge, because they can only pick up. They cannot pick up blocks in the middle of a plane. They can only pick up blocks on the side.
So basically, turn your grassy hills into dead stone rocks, and everything is solved.
No, you can also do like
some people like
blocks
grass
that they cannot
basically.
pick up.
Oh well.
Yeah, you can put fancy blocks that they cannot pick up.
Or the real solution is just live with the fact that that you can just change the game if you want to. Some people don't like that.
Yeah, I like to play vanilla.
Well, I do kind of get it because I mean, with Santec, like Endermen are an issue in some places, and I thought about it, and I actually, if I'm doing it on Reflex, I'm probably just going to still make it Enderman proof, even though that's not necessary. Just because up till now, all the technical stuff we've done is just the same as in vanilla, and like I still think it's basically like it's not a modded server. Like it doesn't feel modded. And if I do this differently, then it kind of is modded. So then you guys get to complain more, and I don't want that. So I feel like I would just actually make it Ender proof, even though Enderman can't move blocks on Reflex.
Maybe something I would also like is, but it would change the game a bit, but it wouldn't drastically change the game to people who build like houses a lot. And that would be extending the local difficulty feature to the point where at the moment it stops after 50 hours. It reaches the highest local difficulty, and it increases the chances of like spiders with effect spawning and zombies with better armor and so on. I would like to extend it a little bit, so maybe the upper limit is 100, and like that adds more stuff. For example, adding creepers with like a speed 1 or something. so when you don't have effects, they can actually keep up with you. Interesting stuff like that. Maybe even better chances for zombies with armor, or
I think we just want a
stuff
way
like
to
that.
farm our diamond armor.
No, I don't care about the armor that much, but like
Yeah, because you have
if I-
villagers, we don't. Dang it.
Oh, Wout, you have command blocks, so you can spawn it in.
Yeah, but then I would need to agreement on that, and then I don't
Well, you
know if
can
I want
use-
that, and I definitely don't know if other people want that.
There's a rule that you can make yourself game mode 1 and use command
It's
blocks.
not a rule, and also not everyone is opt.
Yeah, but still, it's just, oh, Wout, can you give me a diamond armor? There was lag, so I lost it. Can you give it back, please? Oh yes, I will give it.
I don't ever remember doing that. I'm not sure if you're
also
trying to make a
something
reference.
that maybe it's just me, or yeah, probably just me. But what bothers me a little bit is the way they attach armor to mobs when they spawn. You see that with increased local difficulty a lot. It starts from the head, so you never will see a zombie that only wears boots, for example, or a zombie that wears a chest plate and boots. It will always start from the head, and like if it has boots, it has all the rest as well. And if it's gold, it's all gold.
I guess it's
Stuff like
starting
that.
at the top
Yes,
because then it's
like
not.
that's how the
burning.
code works. Like and
Like-
it's like why it
Right.
stops when it like puts a pumpkin on it, doesn't get any other armor. But I would like to have a bit more variety. Maybe share like the armor, so a zombie with a golden helmet can have like chain leggings or something like that, and maybe not need a chest plate. That would make
Oh,
it a
share
little
in
bit
that way.
better.
I thought with share,
Like,
I
it-
thought you
it
meant
wouldn't-
like with villagers where one zombie has everything and then he gives the chest plate to another zombie because he already has enough armor and the other zombie doesn't have anything.
No. I just mean that you get like a bit more mixing between the armor pieces. Like, it wouldn't change the game that much. It wouldn't make the zombies that much harder or not. It just would add a bit more variety. And if you play for this, like casual players who build a house will never see this. So it's more like quote unquote end game content.
Unless they build a big
And
house that
just
takes more than
make
50 hours.
it just adds a bit more to the people who play the game a lot and stay in the same area a lot. For example, when you're doing a perimeter or have a base for a very long time. And I think that would be very cool.
Or
Maybe-
AFK somewhere for 6 nights.
Maybe increase the chances of certain mobs spawning, like witches. Yeah, stuff like that. That's something I would really like. It wouldn't drastically change the game. It wouldn't hurt anybody who just like builds the house and makes a new world afterwards or something. And I don't think it would be a bad change. It certainly doesn't remove options from the game, which is the thing I hate about all these latest snapshots. Because everything where they do a bug fix, it's just like they remove possibilities lately. That's how I feel about it. I've seen a lot of people have the same opinion about that. But yeah, enough of enemies wish list. Let's do more
I don't
comments.
know what would be on my wish list for adding something.
No.
I don't know what to put there.
Oh, okay. I thought it was,
Sometimes
you were asking
whilst
us.
was playing, I think, yeah, this would be awesome. Now at the moment, I can't come up with anything. Wout probably has something Santec related that he wants.
I'm sure Myron wants
Yeah, I'm sure they're working on
wants more
something,
ghost blocks
but-
generators or something like that, or piston heads. Or
Yes, maybe we should just make a 72 spawner cluster. Everyone would find that cool.
Oh,
Myron wants
you would want Grum not to remove that ability to
Yes,
push
I
blocks
wanted
in
Grum not to remove
unpopulated
that.
chunks.
But I think we got a message from Grum that he's not gonna remove anything in particular. Random stuff when he
Yay.
feels like it. Yay.
So
So yeah,
let's do more
that's
comments.
Grum. We should move on, yes. Roby says, I like whales. Wout, please buy the domain belgiumwaffles@thebest.com and we will stop blaming you. That was actually a joke. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna buy it. Okay. That's it, I think. Yes. So, Roby, I also like whales. I think that's a good response. Then we also have a comment.
Is that a joke because there's this other person who likes turtles? Like Adrian or what's his name?
No,
Adrian?
that's the dude likes turtles. Yeah, he posts a lot of videos.
Then there's a comment by Dr. Sploosh, who I mentioned hasn't commented in a while, and apparently he's not dead. So happy for not
Yay.
being dead. Yay.
Okay,
very
well
cool
then
that
there's also Mr. Creeper's comments. Watching things you don't understand. That's me, like me watching Myron. I think I just found my best friend. The except for channel for pre-show talks. I don't know, that's a lot of work. Just he likes this was uploaded on my birthday. Yay! I don't know when
Happy
his birthday
birthday.
is. Niels, get his address. We know his birthday.
Oh, yeah,
You got
easy. What was it again? December?
December 14th, 2015. Or
Or
2015, of course. Important.
14 December.
like
Okay, so
half of the security questions right already.
Just need
you
to
guys
guess
should have.
like the first pet's name. And
By the
yeah,
way,
that's pretty easy.
really don't like security questions. I always have like a really random answer in there that doesn't answer the question, just because people
Those questions
really want
they're
you
pretty easy
your
to
stuff.
look up.
Yeah, you can
If
look
you-
them up most of the time.
Like what I answered in there, my brother knows the answer. My mom knows the answer. My cousin knows the answer.
Yeah.
Northox knows. Yeah, wait, that's not your cousin.
No, he
Jens
doesn't.
CR knows the cousin
Yes.
answer. Okay.
My grandma
All
knows
Dutch
the answer.
backs, everyone knows. You guys should have this Water5 guy as a guest. His channel seems pretty cool. I also think so. Unfortunately, it's only one person on here who apparently thinks
Who?
uploading
Wout
videos
1,
is
2, 3, 4,
important.
5, 6. That
Yes.
sounds like he's not very. He's quite good at counting. Maybe even better than.
I don't like him. He does weird door stuff.
That was a long time ago. Well, some time ago.
Okay.
Then
I know
we have other.
I know his address. I know the. I
Let's
can
get to
say
it.
with a certainty of more than 50% that that he lives on an odd numbered house.
That's Benford's law,
Well,
kind of.
Oh.
Thanks,
Okay.
Niels.
Other than that, I will not say everything because that's like it's private information. I wouldn't share your address. Like I wouldn't say that Wout lives on this and this street. Like I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yes, also I think you don't know, but whatever.
Yeah, well,
I do know.
No. We also have other comments by Sheen the Pudding. Cool, got my 15 seconds of fame. I'm happy. Also, I won't thank the links anymore if they got flagged. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
think
Maybe
of
Niels can just
something
always go to the comments and unflag them if he's a nice person.
If so, other people, I will add you to the whitelist.
Yeah,
There were some others where it thought, oh, this is spam. Maybe it thinks that because you posted a lot of comments just before that, where like you went to one video, posted something, then you went to the other video, posted something, and then instead of watching first and then posting something, I don't know.
Okay, well, anyway, we should maybe link to the video he was talking about.
You should link to it.
Oh, never mind. It's just linked to the video itself. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any links I have to do to this follow-up. This here is strange. Then there's also a comment by Myren. Maybe I'm just missing a joke.
Spam. Lol.
Okay, maybe I'm just missing a joke, but if the video is only 1 hour 28 minutes long, you can't put things after 1 hour 30 minutes in the show notes. Well, that's me, Niels' cutting work, Niels' compacting work, and random breaks in the podcast.
Alvin's comment also got flagged from 2 weeks ago.
What did he say 2 weeks ago?
I already marked it as okay. I didn't.
Okay.
If
I
it
cannot read
involves
it.
videos about dungeon deck, don't unflag them, please.
And something for 5 months ago.
Hey people, I figured out how to make a send into the spawner cluster, but Wout's going to silence me. Help.
Yes, exactly.
Looking like that. Oh,
Was it on
okay.
51 or
You could use
52 that
this-
he got flagged?
32.
51 or 52?
32.
32. It's a long
Oh,
time.
Helvin.
No, Helvin.
51, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Already
then it's
pressed
probably
okay.
that's the one with the bug report in it. Yeah, okay, then we had that.
Oh, he says selfish self-promotion. Cuff, cuff. See what this is.
That's why I got flagged. Self
Ah,
promotion.
that's cool music.
well.
This is okay.
So basically, Myren, I tried to do my best to compensate for Niels's weird stuff, but I sometimes get it wrong. So that's that. And then there's also a comment by the Backer Extreme saying, when Jendrik Weisse comments on a video, TLDR. And I think that leads into the 3 last comments we have to talk about. And I'm sure you're motivated.
This time, he actually was very nice and sent us TXT
This time
with
on the
all his
Yewe
comments
podcast.
inside, so we can like look at them and order them and so on, and it's easier. And I ordered them a little bit. Important. This was, who wants to see me? Didn't get what you meant.
That's
Someone
me. Just kidding.
requested you. I think it was who requested Yewe on the podcast. In the comments, I don't remember. Yewe, someone in the comments requested you. You can look it up. But this one part is really important, and I want to mention. I think there should be a really good place to go and share people like Amiga, user tech Sheen, and so on. That'd be really nice. Although I don't know how that would be possible. Good question. Good. That's not really a question, but I can't really think of a place as well. Maybe here, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh, I'm watching
Niels?
this video that someone sent in the comments that got marked as flag. That
Oh, you mentioned his comments?
it got flagged as spam. It's limestone stuff. Wow, you like that? Like
No,
an
don't
expandable ice bridge. I linked it in TeamSpeak.
No, don't. Wait, what? Oh, that actually sounds cool. But I think maybe we shouldn't talk about it right now because this podcast started getting a bit hectic. But you linked, Niels, you linked to episode 32.
No, that's the link to the comment. Pause it and
Oh.
then scroll down and then say linked comment. And you can read the comment.
Expandable ice bridge.
It's cool background music.
Oh my god, it has a bidirectional engine. It's like the IFS one.
No, it's a station on one side and a moving part on the other side, and a two-directional flying machine that delivers ice to the moving side, and it takes the ice, moves one forward, and sends the flying machine back.
I can just call this just one technology, so I'm fine with it. But it's a close call. Because it uses sticky pistons, but it's not for the it's rather for the I/O handling, but then the actual
you can use
operation of the flying machine.
For water perimeters, but I don't get it. You should.
If you want to cover the perimeter with water, yay! I don't know.
But that's not a proper perimeter, like heating.
Also, you
anyway,
mentioned I
we
should
can link that in the description.
So, Roby, credit to you. I'm not quite sure what it was for. Probably for the mushroom farm design, but credit to Roby. Then we talked a little about episode is just about one topic, and yeah, we mentioned it why we should run out of why we shouldn't run out of topics, because in the first episode he sent us a long list with them, and indeed we still have them.
Okay, sorry, we'll never say that anymore. We just won't use them. I think that's a great plan.
Yeah.
Well, some of them they require too much work, and the other ones we already used in the first 7 episodes.
Also, he says we shouldn't invite TT because he doesn't talk a lot. What else?
And he's AFK.
Also about the very fast display, he says that he could improve the ROMs to be instant, but the display he's not quite sure of. I looked back at Pi's instant adder thing, and that used extending and rejecting pistons as display, so it's definitely possible to be instant. Then there's also a bit about Mango's elevators, where he says the annoying part about the horse, which would be the 60-meter elevator, is that they have an AI and so on. And it's a bit more annoying than just a minecart. And he also asks if I saw Banana's one-way tileable elevators. And I took a look at them, and they're quite nice. So Wout will link them. And yeah.
Of course,
Also-
I have to do all the work. Nanopoppers, item elevators in the description.
Not item elevators, player elevators.
Oh.
Then there was some feedback about the background footage. It wasn't that much Moses building apparently. Niels. Also, he likes to
What
call
was the
them.
building of Moses?
And in the background footage, wasn't that much Moses building.
In what episode?
53. The background
Oh!
footage with the Moses you were talking about.
Yeah, I think I messed up the what episode I meant, because this week I think there's Moses. Let me just quickly double check.
Okay. Also, he likes to call them Moseses. It's Mosai, but it's not Latin. And the official pronunciation from Spire,
From Spire.
not from Spire, from Ground. Sorry, Ground. Is Moses as a plural, because it's
People
a
would kill us if
abbreviation.
they find out that this is what we waste our time on sometimes.
Also,
Semantics
he's
of-
waiting for Falling Sand Theory, which
Yeah, which got released today. Yay.
yay.
We'll talk about it later on, probably. Possibly.
Also about the background footage, why is Nordox even building a base? Does anyone else have a base on Conspiracy? Niels has a house, Norwegian
No.
base,
I have a pile of logs, and I also have another house. That's a mushroom house, and it's like really spacious, like
Okay.
30 blocks, 30 cubic meters.
Why Nordox is building a base? He's not that much into technical Minecraft. That's why. Yeah. Did I miss anything? The chance for a 12-head portal is 1 trillion, apparently. I think we got it somewhere at some point as well. I'm quite sure. And I hope that's all the... Yeah. That should be everything from Jewe this episode. If I forgot something really important, I'm sorry. You will probably tell me. With that all being said, I think we got all the comments for this week, right?
Yay!
Hooray.
Kind of, I guess, yeah.
Also,
now we
what
can
will
go into
link
the news.
the proper pronunciation guide for Moses.
Yeah, in the description. We also still have to tackle the book report of the week, and I found one for this week. Book report by, I think, Siberian Hat, so at least he put it on Twitter. Let me get this right, MC93884, and it's called Shulker with Invisibility Effect has hat visible. And yeah, it's kind of straightforward in the snapshots, later snapshots since like 15W49 or something. Apparently, if you give a Shulker an invisibility effect, the hat is still visible. However, in the comments, you could see someone suggested that possibly this could be intended, as some other mobs also have intended visible things, like spiders have their eyes partially transparent, and same thing apparently with Enderman and some other mobs. So it's possible that it's actually intended, but for now it's a bug report which is unresolved. So yeah.
You
There
know
go,
what would be
guys.
nice?
What?
Coming back to the local difficulty thing from earlier, if you
Okay.
had invisible spiders with effects, and the effects would also be like the beacon effects, like less visible, that would be nice. Maybe at local difficulty 4.5 somewhere around there.
I'm not sure if less visible is a thing for now, but maybe in the future.
Well, no, like you have normal potion effects with like all the swirly parts, and then you have the ambient ones from beacons, which are less visible.
All right, those.
It's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, that's what they look like, right?
Yeah. So maybe something like that for invisible spiders with strength or something. I'm not sure. Maybe that's even a thing, but I just never see them because they're invisible. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
By the way, I can confirm that the background footage is Moses building. But yeah, who watches the video on the podcast on YouTube already saw it. But a spoiler, I'm about to build the engine for the Moses.
Oh no.
If
Will
I do
Niels
not have
not mess it up?
anything other footage left, because then you still have to wait like 10 minutes maybe.
Yes. How interesting. I know, right?
Yes. Everyone was waiting for this, I think. Oh, and something
Yeah,
cool.
okay.
VLC changed the icon, the cone with the Christmas hat.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
also noticed
nice?
today. Well, it would also be nice if the transparency worked better, because right now it looks really ugly on my Ubuntu setup, because my taskbar is kind of has a black background, and their background is kind of white instead of transparent, so it really looks stupid.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, because that's
It
probably
looks
because your background
perfect.
probably is kind of white, or this maybe it's
My
different for
background
different
is
systems.
this
Maybe it's
one
only
nebula,
Linux.
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
space.
well.
I don't know where it is, but the hubblesite.com or org nebulas, and then scroll down a bit.
Okay.
.org.
Well, we can. Do we really have to do this, Niels?
Yes.
What's
Shush.
it called?
Important stuff.
What's it called?
I know what one is it. Bubblesite.org/gallery wallpaper, and it's
Bubbles? Niels, can you just link to it? It's way too long.
Carina Nebula Pillar. That's
Niels,
it.
I'm never gonna get it right. Just link to it.
That one.
Okay.
But I found no, it's not in the wallpaper. You should just gallery.
Okay, great. It's a cool nebula. For some reason, Niels thinks
And
it's
then
relevant to this Minecraft
picture
podcast.
album, and
Now,
then
where I need to
nebula.
why do I
Then you
need to
don't
put
see
this? We're in the bug report of the week officially, but not a new Niels.
Oh, a bit back.
Everything got
if
messed up.
you should use this one, because then you don't have the watermark on it. You just have the image. Otherwise, that doesn't look as nice on the background.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yet in Carina, WFC3 UVIS. I don't know what that means, but it's some kind of nebula. And it's
Yes.
the proof why you should invest in astronomy and space stuff,
So you
because
can
you
get
get cool
full.
pictures
Yeah,
for
of course.
backgrounds.
Yes. Good argument there, Niels. That's everything.
The
I'm convinced.
PlayStation and Xbox edition get update. Usually we don't care, but this time it's a really big update, and they get like everything we have on PC basically, like ocean monuments, andesite, and granite, and it's basically 1.8. And because it's so close to that and rabbits, it's called 1.8. The update for consoles. Now it's gonna
Okay.
be really confusing what version is meant with what, but
Console 188. Bam, solved. I'm smart.
yeah, but we're on 1.9 yet, so it's already so yay.
is their 188 about the same as our 188?
It's
About,
pretty
yeah.
close to it, I would say. Well, it adds like the mesa biomes, it has roof forest, it has like all the stuff like they added endermites and
They also added
guardians and
endermites, but
rabbits.
I
Yes.
have one thing in this video which I need to mention. Every time we complain about endermites, we should thank the Minecraft gods that we're still playing PC and not Xbox. Because look at the
Why
endermites
would
in
I play on
Xbox.
Xbox?
They
That means I
implemented
have
the
to
endermites a bit differently.
use this weird controller without a
Anyway,
WASD.
okay, Niels, stop breaking down this is completely irrelevant to my point.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
watch the
yeah.
trailer, which I will link in the description, you notice something about the endermites, and it's that they spawn at the location you teleport to instead of from. So basically now they're really annoying because they spawn, you teleport and then bam, they're there. And we at least only have to deal with them the other way. So that's better.
So they get improved endermites.
They get more annoying endermites if that's called an improvement.
Well, that don't mean they're actually useful now.
They're actually useful in annoying you, yes. That's about it. I don't know. Yeah, very important thing I need to mention from that video. And you can watch it in the description. In the show notes. Whatever. You know what I mean.
They also have like luck and of the sea and lure and death stride and so on now. So it's actually really close.
Really
And
close. Just not quite
also they created a tutorial world, which is something we don't even have. So
Ooh.
a
Do
lot
I
of
need it?
you probably should play the tutorial world, Niels. You're very bad at this game.
Okay.
No, I have no clue what it is and what it looks like.
Question.
Also, in the
You stop saying
tutorial
question in
world-
front of everything, dang it.
Okay. I will just start talking with, start asking the question.
Yes, that's what most people do.
Yes, but now I want to announce this is a question.
Like
Yes, and we know it's a question.
While you guys are talking about it, something that's really funny in the changelog, it says ocean monuments now feature. It sounds like it wasn't a feature before. But yeah, go on.
What did I? Damn it, I forgot. No,
Okay.
wait. 10 seconds.
Also, they
I
have
will
this
know, I will
screenshot
know.
there with like this huge desert temple in the background, and it's not really obvious if that's like a generated structure or if that's like a player build thing. Because yeah, I don't know. Probably player build.
What did you say like 20 seconds ago?
Ocean
You're just paying a
monuments,
lot of attention,
endermites,
as you can tell.
endermites, Niels. Question.
No, before just before I said the question.
I know.
Damn it, I forgot.
Niels, why did you forget again?
I
Bad
don't know.
Niels.
Yeah, because you interrupted and said, "Oh, don't say question before question."
Okay. Should we maybe just move on?
Yes, because we really aren't getting along this podcast. And I still have big stuff to announce. Not really, but whatever. Go ahead. Snapshot news. Enemy, you just got a snapshot.
There was a snapshot. Yay.
Anything you have to say about it?
It broke water.
No, thanks for informing
it
us.
probably broke a lot of other stuff which we don't know about yet. I'm not sure. And dragon respawns on its own in pre-1.9 worlds. That was something we had a lot of fun with. Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of the stuff was actually helpful. Some of the stuff is again removing possibilities, I think. Yeah.
Enemy is a bit sad about everything. Right, Enemy?
A little bit.
Told ya.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I like that they don't have as much random crap in the notable changes thing anymore. It's not very descriptive as well, but it's not like added hugs or something, so it's a little bit better. Apparently they improved AI again. I don't know. I don't play snapshots.
Okay, thanks for the info. Well, I guess then we should move on to news from this week from the technical Minecraft community. Enemy, I bet you already have something to say right away.
Of course.
Of
There
course, it's Enemy. He always has something to
saw
say.
some interesting stuff. Instead of going for the usual, more or less chronological order, I will go with very random this time, because that seems way more fun.
Yay, fun.
Maybe a little bit structured, but random. First, we start with some tweaks from Nathan Ryan to race breeder design. Yeah, maybe a little bit better, put the villagers a little bit closer and so on. The only thing I didn't like about it is that he uses size in pixels, because I don't think anyone else does that. And it was really
Some
like,
people do, yeah, like
I
you see,
only
like
know
1
like
pixel
20
as 16 on
pixels
the
or
block.
10 pixels. Like it's a bit nicer number, but I like meters more. But it's my preference. So apart from that,
maybe
yeah.
they're using those weird inch boot stuff.
Yeah, as long
Niels,
as you don't
nah.
use inch, it's okay. But yeah,
That's why they don't think about meters.
Yes, of course. Niels
Well,
always has a
meters are
lot of
way
respect
better.
for people who aren't like him.
Also, I was quite surprised that you can actually put the villagers like with the hitbox directly next to each other, like without a gap, just with like other block hitboxes. Didn't really think about that before and just assumed it was a bit harder. But yeah, basically you don't get a better output, but you can make it smaller. So you can put more in the range of one village, which makes it better. Yeah. Then something from Ray. He made this SMP thing, Let's Play, we talked about before, and we weren't quite sure what he was up to. And now he explained it, and actually was quite surprised because I totally missed it this year. And the thing I'm talking about is when on Halloween, mob spawning changes. So mobs have a chance to spawn a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern on their head. And the special thing about them, compared to the ones who can just like pick up a pumpkin on their head, is they cannot pick up stuff, which is why they're so special and can only be obtained once a year.
And actually found
Or
another
you change the
reflex.
server
Yay.
time to that day.
Oh yeah, Niels, yeah, I'd be like that. And yeah, that was all his preparations for, because he made this huge portal gold farm, not for gold, but for the pigmen, because for the chicken jockeys with jack-o'-lanterns and so on, because you cannot move them between the overworld and the nether, because they riding something, therefore cannot go to the nether or out of the nether and so on. So that's why that was, which makes a
then
lot
what's
more
the-
sense now.
But enemy, no, I just don't understand. Like, why is it so important that they are wearing that they're wearing pumpkins?
It's not important for anything. It's just like they're really rare.
No, like no, but
They're not useful. You cannot make anything.
like, is there anything useful thing about like the special characteristic? But the thing that they
No.
can't pick anything
No,
up?
just that they're rare.
Enemy just gave me false hope that it's like
It's,
not
it's,
something
it's
really
like
valuable.
a shiny Pokemon. It's not better than any other Pokemon, but it's shiny.
Okay, enemy, thanks for the analogy.
You can trade it for more.
It's yeah, like it's like a zombie with diamond armor, like naturally spawned. It's not any better than normal zombie, but it's cooler. So, yeah.
You're talking about his Protec SMP in our number 3 episode, right?
Jockey Lantern, yes.
Yes.
He also talked about the thing I was briefly talking before with the mobs getting equipped from the head first, and that's why mobs with pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns on their head never have any other armor. Yeah, something I don't know. More armor, better. Yeah. I think if I had more to say, I forgot it.
Well, good job.
Niels,
Anyway,
opinions.
Niels always have
first-
opinions on things.
Yes. Opinion. Wait. Before saying your opinion,
So,
you should say
question,
opinion. Yes, it's like useful because then you know what's coming.
Niels, no one cares.
Did you also say sarcasm before you say something sarcastic?
No,
Sarcasm.
you say that.
Niels is really smart.
Aggressive undertone. Niels. Okay, I guess you don't have to say anything about that. Something else that Ray made, just because we're doing this random, less chronological thing, is an automatic dragon killer. Why they come with dragon withers? Automatic dragon killer in 1.9 snapshots. Actually quite different to the semi-automatic one we saw from Sheen, which is kind of what I expected for the automatic one, just like same thing but more automatic. Also with his auto dragon killer, it's not really it kills the dragon automatically, but it doesn't like kill a lot of them automatically. It just kills one automatically, which is I guess it still counts as auto killer, but it's like a bit different than a.
You still have to spawn the new one manually.
Yeah, exactly.
And can you AFK that by standing somewhere still, or do you have to move?
You can kill it automatically by standing still, but you would have to manually respawn it, which is
Is AFKable?
In that sense, yes, but it's not like the respawning is not AFKable, not in the way he showed. Like in theory, you could make it automatic if you either place 3 crystals by pushing them and place one automatically by right clicking, but that wouldn't work with his concept. Or you somehow have his thing, but take away the item from his hand slot, and then give him ender crystals to place and have him in a minecart going around placing them, which wouldn't really work because you don't change orientation as much, really. Like, I don't know, maybe it could work, but probably not because the dragon would kill all your
So
tracks.
you're saying it's kind of half.
It kills the dragon automatically. That part is true. It just doesn't
It
respawn.
does what it
Like
says.
it doesn't kill multiple dragons automatically, which is what I hoped when I read the title. Basically, how it actually works.
False hope.
Well, no, it still kills dragon. It's not like
Wrong expectation.
Expectation. Sorry, exactly. Basically, what he does is he uses TNT to kill all the crystals, which you need to kill a dragon, of course. He put the TNT going around the minecart to resupply and shoots it in with slime blocks from really far away, just so the dragon doesn't break any of it, which is.
Well, I'm still wondering, like, is he really sure that the dragon can't get there, or did he just diminish his chances a lot? Like, I would have to watch Spanus. What?
He diminishes the chances, like.
Okay.
I don't think it's 100% certain that he will never fly there. I think the AI will like try to keep close to the player, and if not, it will go heal or something. I think that's like what AI does. And
well,
with that,
we know
it
how it
shouldn't go that
used to
far
work.
away.
Like Banner just mentioned in his video, but
yeah, but I'm not sure if
it's
it's different in 1.9 because in 1.9
It changed a lot,
has
so
like
it's
yeah.
possible.
So in theory, I wouldn't say it's 100%, but like 99.8 or something. So yeah,
Enemy has made us very informed estimates right now.
extremely informed. And the way he actually does the killing is also very different from what I thought. I thought he would just use like the TNT duplication thing that Sheen showed, and just drop TNT on the thing until it dies. But he actually does something different. He damages with thorns damage, which is yeah. I don't know. I didn't think of that. It's really funny that it actually works.
I haven't
Basically,
seen that used in a farm anywhere.
yeah, he right clicks to eat all the time, so it doesn't die. And apart from that, the dragon AI base will fly to the center, and will try to attack the player and fly through the player. And he's quite close to the center, so he can pick up the XP, which is, I guess, the only thing you get from killing the dragon multiple times after you get all the end gateways.
Don't you get just a little bit of XP after the first kill?
I think so. I don't
Like
think it's
the
very
first
lot.
kill, you still get like the 100
I think
levels or something like that.
Yeah, I think in the first try you get like 100 levels, 80 levels, something like that. In the second one you get, I don't know, maybe 30 levels. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it's like 2 zombies or something. I don't know. But I think it's more than that. 30 levels around. I think I heard somewhere. Yeah, force damage. Quite funny. One chest blade. Last round. One dragon, which I guess is also a reason why it's not 100% multiple dragon AFKable. You would have to change that armor, which would be possible with like dispensers and so on, but you would have to somewhere far away from the dragon, so you would have to do something between killing and spawning where you like go check if your armor's broken and so on, which possible but a bit more complicated. Yeah, and yeah, of course the spawning is a problem. So what do you guys think?
I think it's well. I guess it's cool that you made it, but I don't see that much practical use for it because well, yeah, like the massive armor damage and such.
You would also have to update.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, it's the
That's-
biggest flaw is found. It's for 9
Downgrade.
based.
Like you made this really nice map, XXX, but it's 1-9, minus 10 points. Oh.
1 star.
Also, I think I just should mention this, and I think I removed the redstone block with some weird chunk loading. Yay. From existence. You can now talk again.
Okay. If you can confirm that, it would be really interesting, maybe. Then there were 2 videos by Nathan Ryan from his series about how water mechanics work, which I explain a little bit how water is spreading, and that you can, for example, do chunk loading with that. Not with the spreading itself, but as well that, but also with the just check where it could flow, even though it won't flow there. You can load chunks, and also a little bit how melting water and how the different water states work and so on. So, yeah, quite informative. Probably nothing too new if you've been playing the game for a while, but for example, I didn't know that the water turns into block 9 when it melts, and then only turns into block 8 after it updates. I just always thought it. But I never really thought about it before.
I noticed that there were multiple waters, and if you spawned the one, then it would be flowing, and the other one wouldn't. But
yeah.
Since they no longer use the numbers.
He also made a video where he shows that the floating water updates, and yeah, maybe we can make a bug report that it's like wrong now.
5 upvotes, right?
Like maybe if you only get 2, maybe it will get fixed. I don't know.
Yeah, because now it's broken.
Now to something Wout cares a little bit more about. Stuff with slime blocks. Limestone stuff. First thing, what's the first thing?
You're not gonna let me talk, are you?
The first thing is by Peter Yang. Do you know what it is?
I don't even know that. Didn't even know he made a video, so I should.
He made a two-way flying thing
That's
called breadboard. talk a bit. Well, you probably have to watch the video first. So
Well, I don't know what the.
basically, it's a two-way flying machine with a bunch of pullable extensions attached to it, and to those you can attach whatever you want, and therefore build something funny.
I see
Basically,
pullable extensions indeed aren't. I guess funny that's all at the same time, but in what sense is it that different than what was it called? Jazz's pullable extensions?
not a lot different. Just made it as like here's a platform where you can attach stuff onto it, and you don't have to worry about making two-way flying stuff. It's just like, yeah, have fun and play.
I guess like yeah, you can
So,
do
like,
3 blocks and everything. Okay, yeah, I guess I get the point of that. That's nice if you just wanted to create something very small, which has to be mobile.
And also I think it's a bit different than Chess's.
Yeah, like the
extensions.
extension itself are very completely different, but I was just wondering if there's any like if there's a difference in their use. That's basically what I meant.
No, it's just an extension. Also, I think Chess weren't instant, were they?
I think there were instances on the one edge, but I'm not sure. We would have to check. Or maybe I'm thinking about these push-pull extensions. Push-pull extensions are actually going to be very useful in dungeon tech if we're ever gonna get those two there. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll also link to Jazz's pullable extension, I guess. Pullable, pull, push and pullable sound like.
But
Okay.
I guess you can talk a little bit more about missiles.
Missiles, yes, because there wasn't because Cube was very happy this week because he only cares about missiles, and he apparently dethroned the tunnel bore from Redsbone, and he replaced it by a Lullifer's Stark, as they call it. I'm not sure if this is his name or her name. I'm not sure. And okay, let's just first talk about this. So also I have to link to Jazz's bidirectional pullable extension. And you can get it in the description. And now move on to missile talk. So basically we have the tunnel bore, Redsbone's tunnel bore, which can push 9 blocks. Can go through 9 block take walls. 9 block. Okay, let's just call it 9 block tunnel bore. I need to link Redstone. Sorry for the wait, guys, by the way, but we want to have everything properly sourced, right? 9 block shield buster.
Very
Tunnel bore
important.
missile. Yes. Niels doesn't care. Niels just wants the podcast to sound good and stuff.
Yes, perfect.
Yes, then we also have Lullifer's shark, and the shark can push 10 blocks in front, so it's a bit better. Also, it's way smaller, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, did you guys know that Cake gives off a redstone signal when using comparators?
Yes, depending on how much it's eaten, right?
Are you reading Reddit again?
No.
Probably.
Damn it. No.
When Neil starts talking about random trivia, he's probably on Reddit. Oh, sorry, I also messed up. I messed up the name. Her name is Lafuller, I think. Well, Doryful on YouTube. So I'll link to her video. 10-layer Samsung bulldozer from Missile Wars, or also known as the Shark. So basically, it's a really small missile, and it's actually, I think Cube is right. It's very, very elegant design. It's completely symmetric, and yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it works. Think about it, of course, it also works, but kind of it's almost the very minimum you need for a tunnel board, I guess. And we just put it into this. That's actually nice. However, there's one main flaw with this one, which is that basically there's a component which pushes up every block, and so basically you have to be able to push up at every point in your wall. So you can only do this if you don't have more than like I think 9 blocks above the missile in the wall. It depends a bit. It's a bit hard to count, but either way, you're limited in that sense. So you can't do this at any point in your wall. It has to be close to the top. However, this flaw was apparently fixed by someone else, and I still have to check their video. However, I know it's been fixed. Let me quickly find it. Created by Alex Yu, and I don't think they made their own video about it, so I'll link to Cube's showcase video. So what he calls the ultimate tunnel bore missile, and I'll just stick with that, I guess. And apparently that one doesn't have the flaw. It's a lot bigger again, unfortunately, but it does apparently go through 10 blocks. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think people will be improving this anytime soon. Like, took us half a year to go from 9 to 10. Because everything up to 12 is maybe possible, but I'm really surprised this will be the limit actually, because it isn't easy. And I do have respect for these people. Like, it's pretty cool. However, Cube, he only recognizes missiles. I think this dude should never be called the king of Slimestone. He has no respect for the minorities of the Slimestone community, or the majorities for that matter.
Maybe you need to invent two-way missiles for him to make two-way flying machines and so on.
Well, like, when are they missiles? When they explode?
I
The
know
problem
they
is, like,
fly
when do
somewhere,
people want
explode,
two-way
and they
missiles?
fly back and explode again or something. I don't know.
No, they fly back. They
Oh.
plant the bomb and then fly back, and then it detonates.
But like, he doesn't even care about Jazz's Quarry or my
Well,
It's One. The
actually,
tunnel bore is the best thing in the year, according to
if you
him.
look at Redstone's, Redbone's,
Well, yeah, it's quite a build as well, I'll admit.
no, like one of his older videos, he made a thing called the VTOL.
The VTOL, yeah, that was also pretty cool. Like, why did
Yeah, that's like a multiple direction.
Oh well,
missile
I don't know.
thing.
I would find it very hard to say that that's the best missile. Case closed. I also thought our like 11 block missile, which game and I made, was pretty cool. But yeah, like we didn't spend that long on that, so I get like we
By
just
the way,
made
it's
it in
not,
an
it's not
afternoon.
pushing through 11 thick walls. It's just
No,
made
it's
out
just
of 11 blocks.
Yeah, and actually, someone you know what? I'll link to all of this stuff because really no one knows about the VTOL. So Redsbone's VTOL, then Wout and Games 11 block missile, and actually, like half a year ago or something, someone commented on the video, and they sent me their own missile, which was, I think it had contained more blocks, but the reason why they mentioned it, and I think they're right, is that the volume is smaller, and I never really know why we were counting blocks in the first place, but we were apparently, and yeah, basically, oh yeah, it's a bit hard to get to the video, but basically he made one which has like 1 block less volume. Our machine, I think, is like 3x7 or something in size. By 1, of course, it's just 1 wide. And I think his is like 2. Oh yeah, let me just quickly pull this one up. Yeah, he made 2 videos about it. One was a showcase, and one was a. Yeah, I don't think he shows it, but it were. Yeah, I'm trying to get to his video. It's a bit hard though. His video isn't too well structured. Let's just put it that way. Either way, he doesn't show the missile in action in this video. You'll have to look on the other videos on his channel for that. However, he does show that indeed his missile is 8 blocks long and 2 blocks high. So that makes it, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, sorry, it's 10 blocks long, 2 blocks high. So it's 20 blocks in volume instead of our 21. So he beats us like by 1 block, but that makes sense. It's like really small anyway, so you can't get a large margin. But yeah, so basically, according to volume, this is the smallest one, and I actually totally get that standard. That's what you usually do in Redstone, but for some reason we did it differently with this challenge. But yeah, definitely also deserves a shout out. So Redstone Whales, 2x10 missile, which is probably the smallest missile in volume, because it took people a fairly long time to get to that, and I don't think people will be improving it anytime soon. But that's missile talk, and I still have to mention the VTOL. But well, I also need to link to the VTOL.
By the way, I don't think we explained it very well. The VTOL is basically a vertical takeoff and landing, or what does it stand for? Something like that?
Vertical take. I don't know, but I know it basically goes vertically up, then it moves horizontally in 1 or 2 directions. I'm not sure. I think in 1 direction.
I think it can too in the later version.
That would be
do
insane.
more than 1.
VTL or VLT?
VTOL.
Vertical
VTOL.
takeoff or landing, and landing, something like that.
Oh, otherwise it was a very large telescope.
Yes.
Okay.
He also made a 3.1 video apparently. VTOL 3.1, but I think it's the 0.0. Seems to be pretty much the same. So basically, vertical takeoff and landing. That's what it's called. Nothing else. So what I get from the video, basically it goes up vertically, then it goes horizontally in. Dang, this is complicated, I have to say. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what all this is more about. But anyway, like it's basically it goes in 3 directions. Let's just put it that way, 3 or maybe 4. Either way, it's pretty insane, and we'll link it in the description. VTOL, Redsbone VTOL 3.0. And now we should probably move on. So, any other topics we should discuss? Enemy?
Yes, Myren made some videos, which we shouldn't forget.
Okay.
He made one about more block event technology, and then one about different clocks, 20 Hz clocks. Which one do you want to talk about first?
More block event technology.
Well, damn,
You asked me.
well, it's the one I didn't make notes for. God damn it.
Good job.
Basically, he shows a contraption where you can add block event delay of a certain amount to a signal. He then he also showed an inverter, I think. Man, this is like a long time ago when I watched it. I'm really sorry that I'm butchering this so hard, but I forgot to make notes. Wow, do you have any notes? Please help me out here.
Yes, totally, because I didn't watch the video. Sorry.
Yeah, like as who said it in the beginning, Mr. Creeper. Maybe I understood some parts, but I forgot the rest. Yeah, there's also some stuff where he shows that how you can use civic off pulses to have an extended piston and retract that one, but the button piston below stays extended, which is very complicated but really cool. I'm not quite sure why you need it, but it's cool. Yeah. Watch the video because I'm not getting all this stuff right, and he explains it very well. Yes. Then, based on the technology shown in that video, Dico made a video about an instant serial decoder and encoder. Where the idea is you have, I think in his video he has half a byte of payload, I guess, that you can import, and it will be instantly encoded and in a sent over wire in the same tick decoded as well. Which what he does is he uses block event delay. So after, for example, I know like 3 block event delay, he sends the first signal, and after 6 the next one, and on the decoder, after the same block event delay, it will just open the next channel. Like I don't know, after 5, it will open the channel for 6 or something, and that's how he puts it all over the wire within one tick. Yeah, one delta, one tick, I guess. Yeah, we're talking about Dico.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't respond to stuff in chat.
Yes,
The problem with his design is that making a repeater that carries over all the block event delay is not that easy. And he made a design where he makes that, where he does that, but it's quite bulky. And also is proof of concept, and not quite sure why you would want to use that. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you build a zero-tick computer Minecraft calculator thing, then there's something really interesting. But I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who do computers in Minecraft, and I guess at the point where you would make a computer that calculates stuff instantly, you would reach the tile tick limit again, which would be very unfortunate. Another reason to change that. Yes. With that being said, let's talk about the second video, which I actually understood and remember all of it because it's late in the week. And I think Wout has also watched it. Wout,
I watched part of it and it was cool. You talk
do you want
about
to
it.
tell us what it's about?
I can tell what Enemy told me about it like half an hour ago. I'm sorry, actually like 1 hour ago. More than an hour ago, we have been going for an hour. Basically he made a video showing what he calls player differentiating clocks, which are clocks which differentiates in between players and other stuff, in the sense that basically, for example, if you would take one of these clocks and you hook them up to a fence gate, then the fence gate will be closed when the player tries to walk into it, but when the entity processing happens, then the fence gate will be open. So it will be open and closed within the same tick. And because of the way the block events happen to be scheduled, apparently that it happened. It opens after the player processing, but it's closed at before the entity processing happens. So that's a bit weird, but oh well. So yeah, basically
He-
you can have that kind of stage stuff.
Yeah, he showed 2 clocks. One where for the player, for the client, the wire appears on, which means that maybe I'm mixing this up, but for the player, a door, for example, would be open. I think. And then he showed another one where you have the wire displayed as off, and for the player, the door would be closed as well. No, other way around, I think. Well, important part is that it's a 20 hertz clock, and because player is the first thing that gets processed and taken, then the redstone comes, and then the other entities, is that for the player, stuff will be closed, but for entities it won't, and the other way around. And when you're in a boat or minecart, you get the entity behavior because the boats and entities get processed server side. Boats and minecarts and and other entities. And you can abuse that, for example, to make those ghost block launchers we had a while ago. Did they fix it, or did just everyone lose interest? I don't know. Where
I think we just lost interest.
okay, where you would generate a slime ghost block and then fall through it, and at some point hit a tripwire and then get damaged to be bounced up. With his design, you sit a boat on a trapdoor, I think he used, which you think you fall through, but the boat isn't, because for the boat, the thing is, trapdoor is at a point you don't fall, which is close, I guess, to state. And then you accumulate velocity, and at some point hit the slime block, and then flap very, very high. And with the Elytra, I'm not sure, in 1.9, you can use that to travel quite easily far distances, which is nice, I guess, if you decide to update. Yeah, I wonder if you can make more of those behaviors, abuse that behavior more to do some other interesting stuff. But well, Myron probably has something up his sleeve, which I can't imagine at the moment. So, yeah, guys, I'm talking a lot again. Why don't you say something?
Because I don't have anything to say about it.
That's very bad. Like,
Yes,
I
I'm
don't
so
want
uninformed. It's so
Yes,
terrible.
I'm not here to do monologues.
Okay. Opinion. Non-existent.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to be nice, and then usually it always nice. Yeah, nice. I like it. I don't know what was it again?
About Myron's video, the clocks.
I can only find his channel when I search for Myren video.
Good job, Niels. Okay, maybe we should just move on.
I just looked in the comments and someone suggested that you could make a mob-proof door for this with this, which I guess would be a very laggy mob-proof door, but I guess you could do that.
Well, if it's just one, I think the lag is probably alright.
Does that have something where you have to jump 2 blocks high?
No, just like for the player, the doors are open but when the entities get processed, the doors always close with this 20 Hz clock. I guess that would be something, but I guess you don't need to make like a tutorial for that. I guess you could just make it smaller. Actually, I did some water removing.
Fun.
Did all of the water removing in our mushroom island dodecagon perimeter thing. And then I started digging a little bit, and then I got annoyed the server was lagging and the effects are running out, and I get ghost blocks every minute. And
I don't have any problems.
but I do. And
Weird.
other people as well. Maybe it's just when you play there are no problems. But at times
when I play, activate the no lag mode.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Also, when I tried to find out why it was lagging that hard, I made a /debug. And yeah, that gives you a nice txt with a lot of very helpful information. It will tell you how long your debug thing was running, how many TPS it is, and then a lot of random numbers which I had no clue what they trying to tell me. And it
So
says
it's
like
very useful if you
it says
understand
2% numbers with a slash in between, and I had no clue why they were useful to me or should be or what they try. Like it doesn't say what this percent number is for. It just doesn't. It says like ticks and it says 97% slash 98%, and it's it. And then I tried to find out what all these numbers mean. So I went on YouTube and like looked for a debug tutorial or something like that. And I got a lot of debug mode, like this test world thing for resource packs. Got a lot of videos about how what F3 screen shows you, and nothing about how /debug works. I found like one video that
Did
was
you
like
check out the video, the wiki?
yes, I checked out the wiki. There was the English wiki says, "Hey, /debug, you can start and stop it," which is very helpful. The German wiki actually had something about the command, like an own page about the command, and it tells you all the funny random comments that are at the top of the text file, which is very helpful. And it will tell you. Wait, let me pull it up so I can quote it. I think it says something, and a lot of other interesting stuff to server host or something. I think it says. But yeah, not very useful at all. There was one YouTube video that was like about the /debug command, and the guy is like, "Oh yeah, you can start and stop it, and it gives you this nice little txt, and he pulls up the txt, and it's like, oh yeah, here it says your TPS and all this random stuff I don't know about." So that was very informative. And after googling around a bit more and asking like a bunch of people that happened to be online in various TeamSpeaks I know of, I wasn't any further as well. So I asked Reddit, and
We didn't get a response.
no, I actually got a response. Which told me that I shouldn't post my debug report in the Reddit post, but in the paste bin because the formatting is all shit. And I did it in the paste bin, and Reddit mod with the name My Name is Pearl, I think, gave me some description to what it meant. And actually, the first number is telling you what percent, like they have a group assigned, which I thought they were just like 0, 1, so on, but actually they don't go on like as a. I thought it was like number of the entry in the list, but it's actually not. It goes on to 10 and then it like goes random afterwards, but not over 10. And that's actually it's a 0, 1, 0, 2, and so on. And the 1 is the group which this part is assigned to, and will tell you the first number is like how many percent does this take up in this group, and the second percent number is how much time it is of the overall tick. If I didn't get this wrong. And with that knowledge, I'm still not sure why this debug report would help me figure out what's wrong with the server. But I'm very glad someone actually knows that, and yeah, Reddit, place where people sometimes know something. Which is,
You learn more English from Reddit than from school, I think, and other stuff.
I think we will link my Reddit post because the answer is quite nice formulated and will tell you a bit about that stuff. I also know that the TPS is not very good. I'm not quite sure. Like you can probably tell, okay, like this is 2%, like takes 2% too long or something. But I didn't check back with like a good running world or something. So still have to do that. According to Niels, everything's fine, which it isn't. I just
on the server, I can't find any features.
also last time we mentioned the Realms is free. I think we mentioned it.
Yeah.
I tried putting it on Realms,
perfectly smooth.
and Realms is perfectly smooth, to be honest. Which, well, yeah, I don't know, kind of surprised, but Realms is still an option for us because it updates all the time, and I don't think you can stop that. And yeah, that's very annoying. So maybe once they introduce version control, you could actually use Realms for technical servers, but at the moment it's still not an option. Yes.
Unfortunately.
But that's like all I did this week. No, I actually got a tour on TT server, which was quite nice. Thanks. But yes, that's all. Niels, what did you do this week?
Water? No, digging. Yeah, not a lot. Digging.
Thanks for your info, Niels. Really? Digging alone? Okay, apparently we're gonna get much out of Niels this week. So anyway, what did you do this week, which Niels didn't bother talking about or something, because we don't have enough time?
Huh?
I don't know, just say something and Niels, replace Niels' time.
I played some shooters like Battlefield 3 and Counter-Strike. Got banned in
Did you
Battlefield
enjoy
3
them?
for playing too good. And apparently there's a thing called G2 meter, which will tell you a percentage of how likely it is that this person's actually cheating instead of like just being called a cheater. And my percentage is 4.1. But I still got kicked and banned after a while because the guy didn't believe me, and I'm a German, and according to him, that's enough to call me a cheater. And yeah,
Yay, racists. I think I understand when I hear this kind of stuff why people say the Minecraft community is great. I think it's just relatively speaking, but okay.
yeah, but like in the Minecraft community, actually, like if you like not on like these faction servers, which I don't know about, but I've heard that they're very bad. Actually, a lot of nice people around here. Yeah.
Yay. Oh well.
Maybe it's just the nature of the game. Like people who enjoy shooting other people like to be aggressive more. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But yeah, I had some fun with that, and yeah. What did you do this week, Wout?
I made a video
Yay!
called
Tell me about it.
Sand Acceleration Theory. Basically, it's about everything which I did last week, and I already kind of discussed it back then, but I just made it into a video today because I felt like it's all over now. Like holidays are starting, and I didn't have courses, so yeah. I was like, well, I don't really have to start studying right away, so maybe I should just spend this first week of the holidays actually doing like useful Minecraft stuff. And yeah, so today I made a video, and maybe I'll actually make more videos in the coming week, but we'll have to see. Not making promises so far, but I have plans. So yeah, this one particular one is just about waveforms and accelerates, and I kind of discussed last week that I just looked up in the code in the end, and that's the answer. Yay. Apart from that, I also made my steps planning assignment on Wednesday, very Minecraft related, and I stayed up way too late, but as a result, I got to end my semester with a great linear algebra exercise session from 2 to 4 p.m. on Thursday. Yay. It's called Math Neil's Party. Yay.
Oh yeah, party.
It kind of felt like a late night party because I barely slept.
In Belgium they party a lot. Sounds like
Apparently.
it.
So basically that's that, and yay, so now it's holidays. It's in a couple of days. And I don't know. I've already through a couple of days, so I feel like I've already wasted my time, but I think it's
Goals
cool.
too.
Well, what else do we have this week? I also in the past days I also did some research in other fields of Samtech, just looking a bit into chunk loading, disproving a rule which I'm not even sure what the source of it was. Could have been me. But I had this idea in my mind that you could only load 100 chunks per tick, which was kind of false. Apparently, I tested it.
How did you come up with that? I never heard of that.
Well, I probably came up with it then. Either way, I did a test and I could load 400 chunks at once. So yay. That should be fine. And then also, I'm currently doing some tests since yesterday and also right now about what I call stably loading, which is basically loading without unloading due to autosave, because everyone hates the autosave when it gets to unloading. And
You get that to work yet?
In a sense, but I'm not sure if I should spoil it on the podcast right away. Should I?
I'm sure our listeners would appreciate it.
Let's say I've gotten it working, but I'm not sure if it will always work. But I'll elaborate on that in the video.
Okay.
Okay.
So you will make a video.
Yeah, of course.
Will it be
within the next year?
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm quite happy with the results so far, and it's there's definitely a lot of potential in this. I definitely think that most likely this will be very useful. There's a chance it won't be, but oh well. And that's that. And then I also did some tests today about using again modding. Actually, no, a couple of days ago I did tests with MCP, modding some stuff, disabling autosave, disabling some other stuff surrounding chunk loading. Come to the conclusion that sand is weird, and sometimes following sand thinks it should do this in lazy chunks, and sometimes it thinks it should do that. So, classical chunk loading theory wasn't entirely wrong, but I still have that weird observation experiment, which I will probably show in the video. So that's that. And also, yesterday I also spent a bit of time modding. Or no, actually it was today. Making very slight modification, just because I wanted to see a bit about the way ticks are processed and lag. Because we discussed a couple of weeks ago, like, oh, it's about like what would the sand farm be like if it is very laggy, right? And I was thinking about it, like, and you know that ticks actually catch up when you have got lag, or just to some extent.
This week I managed to get beacons refreshing at 7 instead of 5 because the server's trying to like.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, well, so I looked a bit into the code, and I didn't fully understand. It was a pretty complicated piece of code. I was actually surprised. I did. Maybe it's unnecessary, maybe it's overcomplicated. Either way, basically what I got from it is that it will basically skip ticks if it's been at least 15 seconds since the last time it did skip ticks, and also it needs to be at least 2 seconds behind on what it should be. And basically when it skips ticks, it puts itself on 2 seconds behind. So whatever amount it was over, it will just put it back on 2 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. And then it will try to process a bunch of those. And I don't know, it's complicated, like the way it processes ticks, depending on the time and that kind of stuff, and some other variables. But it
When
looked
it
like,
tries to keep up, will it just ignore some delays or something? Or
well, when it tries to, when it basically, you sometimes you see this message in your server log, like the
can't
system
keep
time,
up?
yeah, can't keep up, the system time changed, or did blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So there's actually also there's another one. I saw that today while looking into the codes. Time went backwards. Did you change system time? But you normally don't get that one, of course, because yeah.
How can you do that?
If you change the system time to
if you
go
travel in
to
time.
past, yeah, or you change your system time by like 1 minute backwards, then it's like what the went happened here. So anyway, I looked a bit into that. I came to the conclusion that actually you can do a fair bit without getting to that 2 seconds point. So really, like, I could perfectly fine just do like extend or retract 3000 pistons as long as I didn't put it on a clock. Like if I put it on a 6-tick clock, then it's got really fast. But like basically the 3000 pistons on their own just cost like 1 second of lag or something. I was like printing the times in between the ticks and that kind of stuff. And I could notice it was very variable, but it never really got over 2 ticks. So
Well, that's another thing they could change without breaking the game. When Redstone depowers, like it goes for all states. I think that was like Sharia made
yeah, you mean the
first a
block
video
updates?
about it.
Yeah.
So the
Well,
bug
there's all those
report
other things
probably
which
as
are
well.
always like
Maybe we
light
can link that one.
updates. I don't know if with the Pistons thing, I think the light updates may have been more relevant actually, but I was just testing something with a lot of lag, so that's that.
Yeah, light updates.
Yeah, either way, basically with the current plans I have for the sand farm, or sand duplication or whatever, we would only require some lag spikes. Most importantly, when you need to reload the chunks. I thought possibly we need to share that across different ticks to make sure that none of them go overtime, but actually that's not a problem because overtime really only is when you hit that 2-second limit. At least that's at least. So yeah. So basically, as long as we keep all those ticks under 2 seconds and give the server a bit of time to basically get to its initial pace, then then we should be fine. So yeah, that was uplifting for a bit. And I think that should make things a lot easier when it gets to chunk loading and like lag management and that kind of stuff. And apart from that, also I did some research a couple days ago and I found actually on Wednesday I found out it was something really big, or was it, I think it was on Tuesday. I found out something actually really big, and
Is it like a mountain?
no, but like something which I consider maybe
Mountains? What?
Yeah,
one of
mountains are big.
my biggest discoveries so far. Not inventions, but discoveries. And I will not be able to talk about that, unfortunately, of course. But I think it's really cool, and it's actually really been right in our eyes all the time. I feel like, and I'm surprised that no one talks about it. Like, I'm sometimes wondering if it's like common knowledge, but I actually don't think it is. I do think we've been overlooking this all this time. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, but it looks like no one has figured this out yet. So that's fun. And I also has to make some modifications to what I said earlier. Looks like the 20 hertz farm is not possible, so we have to go back to the 24k per hour design.
Why?
However, why? Well, basically, I tested to see if I could transport 20 cent per tick to the end, and that worked fine. However, what I did not test is if you could pull off the duplication glitch 20 times per tick, 20 times per second, and that does not work fine. And since Tuesday, since my discoveries I made a couple days ago, I also know why, but won't discuss it any further. But it actually makes sense with the new discoveries. Yeah. So that's that. And we go back to the 3 tick limits. However, there's a major improvement, I think, which I found out on Tuesday. And I'm really happy. And I hope I will be able to build a proper farm surrounding that soon, using stably loaded chunks, having sand catapults, conveyors to lower the lag, buffers, control circuits, all kinds of stuff. And it should be really epic if this final result is going to work.
But if you do catapults, don't you have to like entity load the chunk?
Yeah, you have to empty load the chunk, so you need bigger more chunk loading. But like memory-wise, it's not a big issue. Like the memory, like any server should be able to handle that if you have like 1 gigabyte of RAM, which is pretty normal. And like CPU-wise, it doesn't really seem to require that much more stuff. Like the only problem is that it just requires a lot of like you need to load 5 times more chunks. At least in your SIP in between. So like it requires a fair bit of lag on your chunk loaders. But I think it shouldn't be an issue because like the server should compensate for that in the following ticks. I don't think it will start dropping ticks. I don't think it will be that bad. But yeah, I'm currently looking a bit into how to stably load chains of chunks, not just single chunks, and the results also seem to be good. So we'll get into that in the future. But that's kind of my news, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't think I have too much more to mention. Also, my Twitter week hiatus ended, and I have some interesting. I've made some interesting personal conclusions about it, but since we're already almost out of time, I won't mention those here.
Okay. I hope next time you can be less cryptic about your discoveries.
Possibly.
And with that all talked about, I think we can wrap it up now. Niels.
Wout,
Yes.
Wout,
Yes.
you can do the outro.
Yay. This time on the outro, I'm sorry for being so cryptic, enemy, and I really don't know what to say. Make sure to vote on the TRQ awards. We want to hear your results, and also the alternative votes rocks. Yay. And also, I'm sorry for the long gap in the videos, but I will try to make up for that in the coming weeks, and we'll see. But that'll be about it. I don't have too much more to say. Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry. Question. Bye.
See ya.
Answer. Bye.
Yeah, affirmative. Bye.